Hey everybody, I'm Dana D, and you are listening to Bush Tea. Thank you for tuning in to my second episode. 10 claps, 10 claps. Round of applause. That sounds better than 10 claps. Round of applause for that. I'm actually I'm keeping on. So this episode, I thought I would dig is the better word. Dig a little deeper into my personality and who I am. And that includes my overthinking, my social anxiety, which all adds together to be my awkwardness that I have, grown to love. So I'm actually introducing a new segment today, and it's called Dana's Awkward Story of the Day. So I hope you enjoy that. So yeah, Dana's Awkward Story of the Day. So this is a segment that I'm excited to add because I have a lot of awkward stories, guys. Just ask anybody who knows me. They can tell you at least one, two, maybe three stories. And maybe not each episode, but every now and then I'll include a story just, to encourage other awkward girls out there that, I feel you. I'm out here every day. Something may happen. So here's my awkward story. So this took place in April of last year being 2019. No, oh my gosh, yes, because we're in 2020. That's crazy. Anyway, so I took part in this little dance competition for organization on campus. The name of that dance competition was Shimmy Like a Noob. Yes it was. What a time. So there are like two parts to the performance or the competition. Like one was like a stroll section, and one was the, I guess, sensual sexy section. I don't think we were supposed to necessarily be sexy, like it wasn't mandatory, but everybody did it. So yeah, and believe it or not, the stroll section was not the awkward part. No, that's just kidding. It's believable that the awkward part was the sensual dance. Yes. So there's this part where we like grabbed guys in the chair, and that in itself alone is major, like Dana, oh, like my brain would go crazy just because that's interacting with another person. Social anxiety. So we choreographed this part in the dance where the guy is sitting in the chair and we like walk in front of them, right? So it's the day of the performance and we're getting there, we're getting the chairs on, everybody hyping the audience, yeah. And for some reason, when I walked in front of the guy, my foot like awkwardly brushed against his and like crawled over, and then I tripped. It was like my foot was like, oh, pardon, I so let me pass through here real quick, and then went in its position. And the amazing thing was, I did not remember, like I don't recall tripping over this young man's foot. I do not recall. But now when I look back at the video, which I probably need to find a clip and put that on the YouTube or even like just on my Instagram, I see my foot look like it doing healing toe, just my left foot, just trying to bloop, 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 like trying to get his way over to the position. And it's just the perfect like symbol of what I go through as an awkward individual. Like can't even be sexy, dread, just failing. But that's okay. And that was Dana's awkward story of the day. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little segment of Dana's awkward story of the day. I have so many more awkward stories to share, and it is unbelievably, I don't want to say unbelievably sad, but it's a lot of stories. Anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about. My overthinking. That leads to my social anxiety. That leads to the awkward young black girl that sits before you today. It's intense. It's intense. So I'm not entirely sure where it began, but I've always been an overthinker. Always been an overthinker. And I've always been overly self-aware of what's going on with me. My hair strand, like even now I could like feel a hair strand moving, or I'm like, oh, did I move my finger? Did they hear that? Like so many thoughts rushing through my brain. It's crazy. I like to think of my brain as a as a, what is it, a scrapbook slash encyclopedia. So I'll like think of something, and then that thought goes all the way back to a thought from last year, and then that thought from last year is like, oh, let me turn the page and find a picture, and then boom, there's the picture with the description and whatever. It's crazy. Yeah, my brain is intense in there, very busy in there, always thinking all the time, and that's probably why I'm so quiet. People always ask me why I'm so quiet and whatever. There's a lot going on. I have to stay calm and be a quote unquote chill person, as they say, because maybe my brain go ham sometimes. But yeah, that overthinking and that crazy busy body in my brain tends to lead to a lot of procrastination. I don't even know where to start with that. Like, it has affected me so much. I would say like maybe a grade 8 and up. Procrastination has been a huge part of my life. We are great frenemies. Sometimes it's good, and I see a lot of memes that are like, I work best when I'm under pressure and blah, 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 blah. I don't mean to put myself under pressure. I really don't. That's not the purpose. It's never the purpose. But the constant overthinking, I'm like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Oh my goodness. What's going to happen? What happens if I don't do it? What happens if I start at this, that, whatever? I just don't start, and then I procrastinate. And that's the episode. I'm just kidding. So yeah, and that procrastination has affected me in so many ways. Like, I have finished one book cover to cover in my lifetime, and I'm a 22-year-old college graduate. Yes, I'm not proud to say that, but even reading books has been an issue for me because it's unpredictable. Another thing is movies. Like, I could sit through a movie and finish a movie, but there are some movies where I'm like, I need to know what happens, or I won't finish the movie. Dana, that doesn't make sense. You right. It ain't make no kind of sense. But I sit my behind there and I look on Wikipedia to have some type of clarity. Like, okay, now I can watch it, even though I just ruined the ending for myself. It's an issue, man. It really is. And I know there are other overthinkers out there that feel me on that. But back to this procrastination, takes me forever to do things. Takes me forever to get things done. Clean my room. Cook. Oh my gosh, it takes me such a long time. I mean, the food tastes good. It tastes good. But it takes me entirely too long. But the most recent example of me taking forever to do things is this podcast. I posted in November of 2019. Podcast coming soon. Oh my gosh, stay tuned. It's gonna be so fun. Yes. It's March of 2020. About to be April. Slick on the low. And you know what? We are here. But yeah, it took a minute. Even before that, I had the logo from my friend Shani. I had the logo from like June. And I didn't say nothing until November. So much going on in my head. That whole like perfection is the enemy of progress. I am the living proof. It took too long for this to happen, but we are here, and that's okay. It's okay. And another thing about my overthinking, which leads to my social anxiety, is the fear of the unknown. Like I said, the unpredictableness. I feel like that's not a word. That's okay. The movies being unpredictable for me is my fear of not knowing what's going to happen next. I like to be prepared. 98% of the time, I am early or on time for events or whatever. When I had my job interview and I didn't know where the building was, I went 2 days before the job interview to drive there. Like, okay, I know where it is. Or even classes, like my first day, no, like classes start on Monday. When I was a college student, classes start on Monday, like for the semester. That Sunday or Saturday, mostly spring, because fall, we're there for band camp, so I'm used to the campus. But spring, I would literally walk to all of my classes like twice just because I need to know. So that underlying fear of what happens next leads to my anxiety in social settings, because you don't know these people all the time. You don't know the area. You don't know what's going to happen. And baby, Dana gets anxious. We get scared. B. Simone don't. We get scared, baby boy. We are terrified of this room full of people. Man. And also, I am very introverted, like I said. I'm not shy. For the people who keep calling me shy, I'm not shy. I'm introverted. I do not get my energy from people. Being around people drains me. The life out of me. Battery on low. Social battery needs to be recharged when I'm by myself. That's how it works. I need to be home, play with my hair, play some NDRE. My favorite, sleep. I can't do the whole people thing. I am not a people person. And it's okay in like classroom settings or even performance anxiety. I didn't really struggle with that a lot when it came to like music or whatever. But in classroom settings, yeah. Presentation, give me any presentation. I will kill it. I am great at that. Speaking in front of people, never really a fear of mine if there was a script, if there was a plan. Like I used to do mini leadership workshops with my organization. Piece of cake. Talking to other organizations. Piece of cake. Like, yeah. I'm the president of blah, 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 blah. Or I'm a student at Boo. Like, no biggie at all. But when there ain't no script, I gotta just go off solely off my personality. Oh my gosh. Not for me. I flip all the way out. And it's definitely improved. I think being in a position where I was the president of CSA my end of junior year and senior year pushed me a lot to be more social and be calmer in social settings. But there was one point in time, like, it was so bad, like, going to Walmart, trying to get a shopping cart. That was scary for me because I was like, oh my gosh. I can laugh about it now, but I literally used to be like, I'll pull it wrong and I'll hit somebody, or I'll pull the wrong cart, or the wheel will always be crooked, or it's overthinking and the fear. And I always would like slowly reach towards the shopping cart, and then somebody else would get it, and I'd be like, praise God, because I couldn't do it. Or even the summer of 2018, was that after? Yeah, that was like my first semester as president. Yes. And then I was kind of in a leadership position at my summer job, and I was at a pool party, and I think that was the last time I completely shut down in a social setting. I was just sitting in the pool. Like I said, I can laugh about it now, but in the moment, oh my gosh, terrible. I was just sitting in the pool, swinging my legs in the water jar. And my heart was just beating so fast because there were so many people I did not know. And I was like, am I comfortable? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh. And I know on the outside my face was like, don't talk to me, because that's my natural face. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got a rest and be face. I do. But I promise I'm a nice person. But man, in that moment in the pool, even thinking about it now, I was so sad and just lost and conflicted on what I was supposed to do. Do I try to reach out, and try to talk to different people and walk around, or do I just sit in the pool? You know, Dana behind it. Dana behind sat in the pool and just. And then my friend who brought me there saw me. She was like, "You need to go home." I was like, "Yes, please take me home." Thank you, Whitney, for taking me home. But yeah, that was crazy. And like I said, being in a leadership position and reaching out to other organizations more and being more comfortable in social settings has made me better with my social anxiety. I have improved. I also do like different things. There's one technique I got from a counselor. Sorry if you just heard me hit my nail against the desk. But I got this technique from a counselor. It's called box breathing, where you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and release for 4. That helps a lot with my mini anxious episodes, or I haven't had a panic attack in a really long time, but in the midst of panic attacks, I would have that as well. And then another thing I think that helped me more so in the social events was my friends, like going out with them more specifically and getting more comfortable outside of my bedroom and kind of people watching with them and just chilling with them, and also trusted people around me. Like, they know me. They know that my social clock, and we ain't got time. We ain't got that much time for me to be social. So they know, like, checking on me. Are you okay? Do you need to go? Are you good? You know, that has helped me as well. And, you know, the more I went out, the more time was put on my social clock. My social battery has longer life. That is so cheesy. But anyway. And another thing I do is walking around when I get to a new place. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I'm very quick to be like, can I use your restroom? So you just get familiar. It kind of be a little being nosy. I think that stems from being nosy. A Bahamian. Can't hide it. But walking around getting familiar with the place, like I said, I love being early to places so I know what it's like. So when I come into a new place, I walk around, like, get familiar, and I get more comfortable, and then I feel a little more safer in that environment. Man. And that's a lot going on in my head at once. Everything that I talked about constantly goes through my head, especially when I go out. Ooh, but guess what? We drive by ourselves now. We get Walmart. We go to Walmart by ourselves now. Boom. We eat out by ourselves. Summer 19 was real cute. I went out. I did that. I went out. I ain't tell you how much times because it wasn't a lot, but I went out, socialized a little bit. And yeah, I've definitely gotten a stronger hold on my social anxiety. It still pops up every now and again, like, hey love, just to remind you, this is weird. We don't like this, but I can truly say I'm a little more social and more comfortable around people than I was before. Ever. Cheers to being 22. But yes, that social anxiety, all those thoughts in my head, as you can imagine. Awkward. That is me. The awkward black girl. I mean, Issa Rae coined it first, but after reading the book especially and watching her OG series, Awkward Black Girl, on YouTube. Ooh, I smacked. I'm sorry. On YouTube, I was like, this is me. I relate so much. And something else I related to that she pointed out was that black women aren't really, well, black people in general, we're not really allowed to be awkward. Like in her book, she spoke about that a lot. Like, you're already black. You already kind of have that against you, which sounds very negative when I put it like that. But if you read the book, you understand what I mean. But in a society that has painted black women so specifically, like, I'm supposed to be sassy, I'm supposed to be loud but not too loud. There are just so many expectations on me as a black woman, and not just in America too, because in the Bahamas being awkward is also weird. But with all the expectations placed on me as a young black woman, or black woman in general, being awkward is not one of them. So when that does come in, especially the social anxiety part of myself, and I'm not talkative, or I don't reach out as much, or I'm not the quote unquote funny black girl in the group, I am misplaced. I am rude. I am conceited sometimes because I'm like, oh, she do good. She ain't want to talk to nobody. And it's an interesting place to be. And I'm only 22 years old and I'm still learning. And I've lived in America how long now? Ooh, math. What's 20 subtract 13, y'all? 7 years. There it is. This July will make 7 years. And I'm still learning to adjust and truly be myself. Being awkward is my thing. Like, not like my dish, like, oh yeah, I'm the awkward girl, but that is a part of me. My social anxiety that I am conquering, that is a part of me. Being an introvert, that is me. And I have accepted that. And it is what it is. I've accepted that. And for other people who are out there who are awkward and have social anxiety, I understand, man. I feel you. And it gets better. It does get better. You do have to put effort into yourself a little bit. And, don't be afraid to say, I need to leave. Or, I don't know if I'd be comfortable in that situation. And don't be afraid to go out either. Let's test the waters. Especially when you are in control of the situation. You could be like, okay, I've been here too long. Time to dip. Love y'all. Bye. Take care of yourself. Love on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Thank you for agreeing, whoever disagreed with me. But yeah, I think I want to end it there. And I'm not trying to end every episode with a quote, because that's a lot on my brain. But one of my favorite professors, Professor Kennedy, from the School of Music, I think he's at Western Kentucky University now, but he always used to end his classes with, "It's a great day to be you." And people kind of joked about it, or people were like, yes, we know it's great, but it is a great day to be me. Like, who else would I be? Who else would I be? And who else would be me? Not a soul. I can tell you that. Not a soul can be me. As you just heard. But yeah, just remember that it's a great day to be you. Yeah, so that is our episode for today. Thank you so much for listening. If this is your first time listening, welcome. If you haven't followed me yet on Instagram, you can do that. My username is @_BushT. We are also available on Spotify and SoundCloud. I'm assuming you're listening to one of those two, so you know that. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. I will catch you on the next episode.